Greetings YouTube. Today I'm going to be working on getting this cabinet door to stay closed, because it doesn't. Partly because it's a very old cabinet, and partly because the people who lived here prior to us didn't care about anything. This was a rental unit, and their buy-in to taking care of the place was very low. And this is a cabinet that we use every day, and this one stays closed. This one doesn't. Now, I could go out and buy a latch, but you know me, why buy a latch when I can make one? So I've got some plates here, which I picked up, I think, for 50 cents a piece. They're just flat out, this piece of flat steel with some holes in them. I'm going to use one as the contact plate, which is going to work with this magnet, which I picked up at a yard sale for $1. So I think I paid 50 cents a piece for those and $1 for this. And this is effectively free. It's a piece of scrap wood. And I'm going to use this as a transition between the magnet and this plate. And I'm going to bend this plate along these lines, make a line right there, bend it so that I can use those 3 holes, or any number of these holes I want to use, to get this into the location that I desire to be in. And I'll probably just mount this like this, some screws from the back, and then mount this on the front, screws in the front, and then place it where I want to place it, because it'll be at a right angle. And then we'll just have a new latch. So that's the goal with this project. So let's see how it goes. So I broke up my vernier calipers and the marker, so I was able to mark the location. Get an idea where I wanted it to be. That mark down there is just to make sure my marker was working. And so now I'm where I want that plate to be. So I put 2 screws in, and it is not going anywhere. Also, some reinforcement for my cabinet. So now I'm going to need to make the bracket for there. So I'm going to have to take this and bend it in half along that. Make my life easier if I just use those lines. I'll just go use my little vise I've got in the office at the moment. And I may take it downstairs. The basement's open at the moment because I have a plumber downstairs replacing a water heater. Yay! It's going to cost me $1,000. Woo! And there we go. Obviously, this is larger than a commercial closure, but it just took some of my time. My material cost was under $2, and I enjoyed kind of crafting these kind of things. And of course, the big question is, does it work? Yes, it does. If you push on the bottom of this one and let go, it pops. Push on that one, it stays closed. So that is what I'm concerned about. So it pops. This one doesn't. And it closes. There's no bang. There's no difficulty in opening it, because you know we've got a heck of a lot of leverage from the bottom of this door to that little magnet up top. So opening it is not an issue. But it stays closed, and that's what I care about. So this has been a very simple, around the house kind of thing, but the use of a dirt cheap plate, or 2 of those, some scrap wood, and a quarter magnet, well, I have a cabinet that stays closed now. Woohoo! Update. I discovered that the screw head was hitting the magnet in that hole. So that's why I wasn't getting quite as much closure as I wanted. So I drilled a hole in the corner through the metal and then into the door, and that meant that the full flat of the steel was meeting the magnet. But I actually got too much closure then. I know, it's a delicate balance. So I used Scotch-Brite tape. I put a couple layers of Scotch-Brite tape over the magnet, and now I am getting degree of closure that I want. Now we're going to see how long it takes my wife to notice, because this video was filmed 4 days since I've made the last adjustment prior to this segment, and she still hasn't noticed it. So now that it's holding a little more firmly, maybe she'll pick it up.